Here from Sunshine Acres, we're down here on the beautiful Gold Coast in the Hinterland. Behind me you'll see Burleigh Heads, and over to the left we've got Southport. But we're not here today for the view or the magnificent lifestyle. What we're here for is what everyone's been waiting to see: the very first Derette XC1100 in the flesh. Delivered last week. The customer has already put 28 hours on it. Hard at work, you can see here. We've taken it to our first job site today and done a commercial job. So we'll just come in and have a little closer look at it. Just at the build quality, our bonnet is spring loaded. Comes up nicely. You'll notice in here it's all nice and open and easy access. All our hydraulic hoses are lovely sheathed. The build quality is exceptional. Our hydraulic pump has an auxiliary flow rate of 48 litres per minute, so more than enough to run our forestry mulches. Topping up our hydraulic fluid is easy because it's right here. Our engine oil is still a little difficult to check, but that's to be expected on a compact unit because it's down past the exhaust manifold. So you'd probably want to check that in the mornings when it's cool. Air filter's nice and easy to service. I like how the exhaust is up and high and away from everything that can be affected by the heat. So that's a really great feature. The battery looks like a little bit of a mission. Our wiring is all nice and tight. All the wiring is covered and sheathed. There's nothing exposed. Hydraulic oil through the sight glass here, which is an improvement from the V100, where it's not on the front and exposed to potential damage. Wonderful 200mm, I think they're actually 220mm wide tracks. Another huge improvement over the previous models is the quick coupler. So this saves us a ton of work. Here you don't have to shut the machine off. I'm going to show you later when this is running how easy these are. But you can just pull your quick release and that'll relieve the pressure. And so I said, like so. You don't have to turn the engine off, run back, toggle your hydraulics on and off, and it just goes on like so. The hip bonnet is spring loaded, beautifully heavily built. It's quite a solid unit. And the latches, all of the latches are high quality stainless steel, and they're all extremely heavy duty. This actually takes quite a bit of downforce here. These all feel like nice boat quality equipment. We've got our nice hinges up here. These are nice and heavy duty. I can't see these breaking in anytime soon. Coming around to the back, it's a quick and easy service in the rear. This doesn't latch up, so you do have to hold it. Again, all of our hoses are covered and sheathed. There's not a single hose that's exposed, and they've used hard lines where they need it. We've got a nice wide core radiator here, exceptional cooling value. To do our further servicing and cleaning, obviously, and our overflow, we'll have to remove this panel, but that's not really necessary to check our water because we can get in through here, and there is a little side hatch here if you need to check the water. Standard skid steer with the retractable footrest with our rubber cushions. Diesel tanks are quite easy to fill up. They're just here on the side. They're nice and low. Some of the other models, they were up high, like the DRT 450. This is nice and easy. You don't have to hold your can. Dual tanks, but they are balanced, so you will use the fuel from both sides at the same time. One really huge improvement is the parking brake over some of the other models. So this guy here, it is quite a handful. We come around to here, and it's a physical pin that goes through here. This is an entirely mechanical brake. Nothing can fail here. This just can't let go on it. It's locked into the gears on both sides. So there's no chance of failing. There's no hydraulics. This is all mechanical. Absolutely unstoppable. What we've got here is our security brace. for when we're in the lifted position and we want to do some service work on it. But I don't really see the need to have that off, because you can get to the bonnet later on. Maybe for an oil change or for the oil filter change, you might want to have this off and remove these side panels. We'll find that out in not too long. Just coming up to the startup procedure. You have to turn it on and you'll notice a little gear will whine. It's like booting up. It's got to actually boot the computer. You wait for the Derette sign, and once you've got your dash, you're ready to start. And it's as easy as that. Throttle over here. Boom controls here. And unlocking our parking brake, it is pretty hard. Sometimes it does get locked, so you might need to just maneuver it a little. Operation is as simple as forwards, backwards. It's very gentle. You don't need to be aggressive with the controls. You can just gently move it forward, turning, and again. In just a short hours, in just a few hours, we've been able to master it. We've been able to take it onto a job site with minimal experience and complete quite a few tasks. So to give you an example of how easy the quick hitches are, we can leave it running and we can release out, take our guy off. That one's actually pretty easy, but if you need to release the pressure, just pull the pin and it's straight on. This is a huge improvement. No more battles, no more fighting, no more cracking the lines to release the pressure. Alright, so all the grease points, I'll just turn this off so you can hear me. We're not fighting over the thing. So they've included regular zerks everywhere where they can. In all the grease points, your pins are greasable. There are still some needle points here, and you can see why we use these. We've had a few knocks, so that's why we use a needle type grease zerk on and around our implements. So that's probably the only points, and on your 4-in-1 buckets is where you'd use these. But everywhere else, for a convenience sake and argument's sake, they've used regular grease points. What I really like is the tracks. We've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rollers. And I like that they're the wide rollers on the outside of the lugs, rather than, say, like on the DRT 450s and some of the other cheaper Chinese models. They just have a thin little roller that runs in the middle. This has these nice rollers, and they're so close together, I really don't see much of an opportunity for them to derail. I think you would have to be very loose for it to derail, probably at the front. But this is a very stable track. One of the other things we've noticed with grease points, again, so all the regular zerks, is there's a grease nipple in here on the parking brake. So that's one not to forget. The rollers don't appear to have a zerk on them, so these are a sealed bearing. No need to grease those, that we can tell. Alright, so let's give it a little drive and see how easy it is. I've only had about an hour on a machine with the pilot controls. So you do have to wait for this to start. You can't just start it straight up. You have to let it boot. See, if you try it too soon, and away you go. Bring the machine up to about 2300 RPM. It's not terribly slow. Our cycle rate is acceptable. It's not super fast, but it's not jerky, it's controlled. So we can get fine movements. So when we get down close, we can just do nice, gentle little controls. You don't have to be aggressive over here on our levers. I think anybody could probably pick up one of these guys and start using it. Reasonable enough build quality, it's sturdy enough that I would be happy for you to take this onto a commercial job. Is it a Toro killer? Maybe not yet, but in another year or two as the versions increase, I definitely think this is going to give your Toro a run for its money. If you've really enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and help us. In the description down below you'll find some links to our Facebook groups here in Australia. Please join the groups and share as much as you can. We're trying to bring all the information around the world here to Australia. Australia is the new frontier for imports, so stay tuned. The first Derette XC1100 to hit the ground running. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you.